All right, guys. So looks like Bungie has finally decided to actually put out a roadmap, not for Destiny. A surprise to no one. Fork found in kitchen. But it looks like we're getting seasons overviews. We're getting where is it? What's going on in season one? Here's the roadmap, which is kind of nice. Bungie actually telling us what the fuck is going on in the game. Something we're not used to as Destiny players, but it's nice that we're getting it in this game. Night March, I think that's season 2. Yeah, in season 2. That's going to be terrifying. We're getting a new shell, which will be cool. And we're also getting the cradle in season 2, which I think has to do with being able to bring stats from other parts of our runner to just other parts of the runner. Like if I don't want a ton of agility, but I want to be tanky as shit, I can just put all of my stats into health and shields. Season 1's gonna be full of stuff, thankfully. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of things to do. It looks like we're getting a new gun right away. Or is this in the mid-season? Major patch mid-season tuning. No, it looks like this is just part of the thing. I wonder if this is part of the 28 guns. Like right away. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens when it comes to the season 1. But it looks like we're gonna have a lot to do in this game, which is kind of nice. I'm not sure what this carry event is. Or carry, something like that. That'll be interesting to see. I almost wonder, based on the name, if it has something to do with maybe bringing either materials somewhere or like a character in game, an NPC, something. We're gonna have to carry it to an extract or something like that. The Cryo Archive, if you've been paying attention to anything going on online about this game, you'll know that the Cryo Archive is like the end game spot for loot in terms of loot. I think it's like the highest density area in terms of like the UESC and, planetary shit that's trying to kill us. Ranked mode. I've seen there's a podcast, blanking on the name, but if I find it, I'll throw it up on screen for you guys. There's a podcast that basically explained how this works. I don't know if it's truthful. I don't know if they have insider information, but based on what they said, it kind of makes sense. So I'll throw that up on screen and maybe a link so you guys can see it down in the description. But yeah, it looks like we have a ton of shit to do. Season 1, I'm excited. Looking ahead, season 2 and beyond. You'll start to see the impact of your presence on Tau Ceti 4 in Season 2. At Nightfall, your activities in the Lost Colony have not gone unnoticed. The UESC are stepping up their security measures and responding in force to your criminal activities. Each season of Marathon will have a different theme and a unique combination of new features, content, and stories that continue to evolve the world and gameplay. We'll also be tuning all of our loot and progression systems. That's good. I really hope Bungie is paying attention to how people play the game. I know a lot of people in the service line were saying they weren't running into teams or getting into gunfights all that often. I am going to be totally honest with you. I put 40 something hours into the playtest, and if I wanted to be in a gunfight, I was in one. So I think it's just a matter of people either not looking for gunfights, or if you're in a game and it just happens that everyone either extracted early or got completely shit on by the ads. So, creating space for new metas and ways to play to emerge. That'll be kind of interesting. I want to see how they're going to introduce like changes in the meta. Are they just going to nerf stuff, buff stuff? Are they adding more things for us to deal with in terms of like either more ads spawning or more UESC, more planetary stuff, so like ticks, the plants, the lightning stuff that ends up going on and like perimeter and stuff like that. Maybe there's just going to be more of that. I don't know. Just speculation at this point, but it'll be nice to see what happens. Seasonal updates will include a unique set of new content, which are things you do, explore, and collect on Tau Ceti. This can include any combination of weapons, mods, cores, implants, backpacks, runner shells, zones, PvE, combatants, faction upgrades, contracts, and new ways to play existing zones. Okay, so there's going to be a ton of changes that they're able to make to the existing zones that we've already played, which is nice. For example, Nightfall will bring a nighttime version of Dire Marsh. That's this. I think it's literally just going to be Dire Marsh in the dark, which will be cool. Adds a little bit more spookiness to a game that's already should be based in the horror genre. UESC reinforcements flood in, and a whatever the fuck this is. Season 2 will also bring our next runner shell along with new weapons, mods, cores, and contracts, and more. We're also working on brand new systems that will change the way you play, plan, and progress through a season. For example, Nightfall will introduce the Cradle, a new system designed to give you more autonomy over your runner shell's statistical strengths and weaknesses. This is going to be awesome. I am really excited for that. I kind of wish this was in Season 1, but I mean, Season 1 is just going to give us a little bit more time to learn how the base game plays anyway, so I'm not super worried about that kind of thing. Having this at all, the Cradle, is going to be really, really cool. As we build upon each season, Marathon will continue to grow and evolve. The game and world today, a year from now, should feel meaningfully different as we add new features and go on the journey of discovering what happened to the colonists of Tau Ceti, and what happens when you dig up secrets that are better left buried. I'm really excited for that. Another screenshot of the world event. Finally, we want to say thank you to everyone who's taken the time to play and share your thoughts and excitement for Marathon. Community feedback throughout the last year has helped us shape Marathon into something better. We're excited to continue building alongside you all. Head here for a recap of what we've heard during the server slam. We'll see you on Tau Ceti on March 5th as we continue to expand this delightfully weird pulse racing and cosmically horrific game together. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. That's going to be it. If you have any thoughts or are excited about all the stuff that we talked about today, throw it down in the comments. Like the video. If this is something that you want to see from me a little bit more, like more news kind of related stuff that has to do with Marathon and maybe other games too. But yeah, that's going to be it for me. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.